My billionaire mentor taught me something that made a real impact on me, and I think it'll make it a real big impact on you too. He asked me, he said, Thomas, what are your goals? And I said, well, I want to be a good husband. I want to be a good father. I want to be close to the Lord. I want to do all these things. And he goes, okay, but what are your real goals? I said, well, those are my real goals. He said, yeah, I know. He said, but you're telling me the things that you think you ought to say. But I want to know the goals that are deep in your heart. The things that were placed there by God that make you uncomfortable because you're unsure if other people would approve of it. All of a sudden, my mind began to think bigger because I was taking out my perception of what other people believe, and it caused me to flip a switch. Then he said, tell me, how excited about life are you right now? And I said, honestly, I'm kind of stressed. I'm not enjoying life. I feel like it's a grind every day. And he said, it's because you haven't been honest about what you really want out of life and what you really feel called to and what God has placed in your heart. I began to write. I didn't have any inhibitions of what I was going to write. I didn't place any limits on myself. And all of a sudden, goals for my life about the amount of money I wanted to make and the cars I wanted to drive and the house I wanted to have and the type of family I wanted to have and how many children I wanted to have and what kind of relationship with my wife, all of it became so real, so much bigger than I could ever have imagined. My stress about life, my anxiety, my feeling of being beaten down, it melted away and I became excited. And it taught me that the most successful people aren't just those with the most amount of money. The most successful people are the people who live in alignment with who God created them to be.